Hey class, this is hopefully a short tutorial on how I'd like you to set up and record your final presentation for the semiotics / mapping assignment. You will be using two pieces of software, Google Slides and the awesome screenshot plugin in Chrome. And I'd like you to use Chrome for that because it tends to work best that way. So let's get started. You will see on the course website that I have a link here under the Info Design Resources for the awesome Screenshot Chrome plugin. If you've yet to install this when you were doing your work on the web redesign project, I'd like you to install that now. It's perfectly free. I've already got mine installed, but you will see where this button is, click to install it. And you just go ahead and install it. There's a little pop-up window, you agree, and then where it will appear in the browser will be in this little puzzle icon, extensions button. And if you click on that and you click the little pin, see if the pin, mine's already pinned, but if I unpin it, you see that sort of button went away, and you pin it, it will appear right here in this little sub toolbar. For your extensions. And so you want it to have appeared right here. And that's all you need to do to get this installed. It's got a great tutorials on how to use it. It's really quite self-explanatory. It's really great. There's a capture where you could do screenshots, visible parts, selected area, whole page if you want to, any one of these. And then there's the recording, which we're going to be using in a little while. I use this all the time. It's really quite handy. So let's get started. So I'd like you to use Google Slides for this because it has the ability to do the audio auto advance that we're going to be using, every 15 seconds in the browser. Canva doesn't have that option, and so this just makes it Google Slides the best bet. So I've created a little slideshow here with 3 quick slides just to give you the idea of what's going to happen. The title page is the only page where you can have writing, and I'd like you to sort of give yourself a little title and then give your name on there just to give yourself credit. I was thinking about what images I could use, and I thought, I'll just get a Google My Map from when we went to Iceland a few years back. This was the route that we did in Iceland over 10 days, which if you have a chance to go to Iceland or if you've got a family vacation or something like that, I recommend Iceland. It's phenomenal. So you'll see that I have placed the full image here as part of the assignment. You want the full version on this page. And then on the inner pages, you sort of narrow into what you are going to be talking about. And I'd like you to try to make your screenshots as much as possible be in this this landscape mode so that you can fill as much of the slide as you can. And if you're talking about a particular icon or symbol or mapping thing, it's always nice to have a little arrow that is pointing. This is a Tuftian sort of example, a little arrow to help direct the viewer to what it is that you're talking about. So here I might be talking about the little shopping bag icon for the old bookstore that we went to. Here's another one where maybe I'm talking about 2 different things. The whale ice icon where we went whale watching out in Husavik, and the photo icon which brings up pictures that you've uploaded, that kind of stuff. All right. So when you're setting up your slides, you'll notice there's no words other than the words that are actually in the image itself. The only additions I'd like you to add are little arrows. Note that the arrows are not super thick. We don't need a massive arrow that sort of draws attention to itself. Something thin, even 2 points or 1 point is perfectly fine. The goal is just a non-obstructive way of pointing the viewer to things that you are discussing. All right. So that's the setup. It's pretty basic, and you're going to have, depending on what option you've chosen, 13 or 15 or 16 slides. I can't remember off the top of my head. So once you are done with the presentation, it's all set. and you have written your narrative. And this is very important. You're going to need to write down exactly what you are going to say and try to time it so that each block of text is exactly 15 seconds. If it goes over a little bit, that's perfectly fine. But you want to have it written down. Don't do this off the cuff. Your presentation will be filled with ums and ahs and what was I going to say and hesitations. So you need to write down exactly what you're doing. This is particularly important because we're discussing complex theories from Hall and Turchi and Pierce and Tufte, where you might wind up quoting them in here. And being able to do that off the cuff is not going to work. So you really and I can't emphasize this enough, you're going to need to write this stuff down. Students who have tried this in the past to try to do it off the cuff, it's always been disastrous. And a big part of your assessment is the quality of the narrative. So please write it down exactly what you are going to say. All right. So when you're at that point, you've got your narrative, you've timed it out, you've practiced it a few times, then you are ready to make the presentation. And to do that, you go up to the slideshow area and you click this pull down menu and you click on display options. And here, by default, this is clicked to full screen. And you want to unclick that because we need the browser window available so that we can use the awesome screenshot plugin. So you want to unclick full screen. And current screen is perfectly fine. This is what we're going to be using. And you want it to appear in this current screen. That's basically what we want. Don't click any of these other buttons. And you can click Start Slideshow. And you'll see that your slideshow is brought up. And when you're brought down to this part of the bottom left of the screen, follow my arrow, my cursor, there are these three icons, three dot icon here. If you click on that, you'll go to autoplay. And here is where you're going to select every 15 seconds. And then when you're ready to do this, you're going to click play, but we're not going to do that just yet. I'm just showing you this particular screen. For my purposes for the sample, so it's not just sort of lingering on for a while, I'm going to choose every 5 seconds just to move it along, but you're going to choose every 15 seconds. All right. Whoops. Now to get the recording started, because you're going to be doing this as a recording, you're going to go to the Awesome Screenshot plugin button and click record. And there are a couple things I'd like you to choose. You're going to need to choose your microphone. I've got an external microphone right here, this Yeti stereo microphone. You might have your default microphone. You want to make sure you test it out. Now you could use a camera or not. I don't know. The camera has not really been working for me for one reason or another. But what I'd like you to make sure that you are choosing is local. You're not going to use the cloud. And I also want you to choose from the pull down menu MP4. Okay, this will make it easier for me to view it. WebM is not supported everywhere. The MP4 is. Okay. So when you do this, you're going to start recording, and notice that you have a 5-minute limit for each video that you create, each screen recording that you create, which is fine because our presentations are 3 minutes, 15 seconds and 4 minutes long. So, excuse me, still have my little cough going here. When you're ready to start, you're going to click Start Recording. It's going to give you this little countdown. Then you come down over here, go to your autoplay, and then you click play. Now you'll notice that the final presentation that you make is going to be longer than 3 minutes, 15 seconds, and 4 minutes, just because of these extra seconds it's going to take for you to get everything. So let me stop this. And I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this down because I don't want it. So as I was saying, because you are adding some seconds in for the recording to get from the screenshot button to the recording to start it and then to stop it, your project is probably going to be like 3 minutes, 25 seconds, or 4 minutes, 25 seconds. It's going to take a little bit longer, but the presentation itself will be the required length of time, if that makes sense. So here we go. I'm going to start recording. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to come down here, autoplay. You'll choose 15 seconds. I'm doing 5 seconds just for this purposes, and I'll click play. It will start. Hi, my name is Bill. This is my mapping journey from when I went to Iceland with my family. One of the major stops that we had was in the old bookstore, and there is an icon. And on this area here, we see these other icons that mean these certain things. And that's it. Those were quick 5 seconds. But you can see how the slide is changing by itself and so on. When you're done, you click stop. And you could watch an example of it if you want to. And we'll start. Hi, my name is Bill. This is my mapping journey from when I went to Iceland with my family. One of the major stops that we had was in the old bookstore. Okay, so we see that it actually works. Now what we want to do is I'd like you to do 2 things. I'd like you to download a copy of it so that you have it for yourself just as a backup. If you have space to download it, it might be pretty big. The other thing that I would like you to do is upload it. Okay, now you will be asked to create an account. I recommend connecting it to your school account because that's a very safe account. You could choose the Google option and or the Gmail option and connect it with your school Gmail. And then you can generate a shareable link. Okay, copy this link. Copy this link and save it somewhere. I still have to decide how I want you to submit this work. But once you have the link, like I just copied that link, I can open this up in a new tab. I can click on it, and now I will be able to watch it sometime soon. It's being processed. So that's the process that we're doing here. We're using Google Slides for the creation, the awesome screenshot plugin for the recording. And then you'll download a copy of it and create a shareable link so that you can eventually submit that link and I'll be able to click on it and view your work. Or if I ask you to upload it to Google Drive, we have both options. All right. So please give it a go. Give yourself plenty of time for this and make sure that you are writing out your narrative and reading it in so it's nice and smooth and you've got plenty of time. All right. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'm looking forward to seeing your work. Bye. Have a great day.